Well, evidently, puzzle lovers, the spiral puzzle from Hanayama does not roll very well, but it does spin. But in this case, whether or not it can spin is irrelevant to the puzzle. There's no spinning involved to solve this as far as I know. This puzzle is a level 5 of 6 from Hanayama, their cast series, and it's a pretty robust and very heavy number, and it's fun to play with too. I've been playing around with it and realizing that it's not an easy puzzle. Each of these pieces is different from the other and obviously fits in a slot in a very specific way, and what I've already noted on a preliminary basis is that you can extend two pieces next to each other and stretch them out. So in order to solve this puzzle, I think I'm going to have a very good understanding of how these pieces differ from one another. And the best way to do that is see how they interact with one another. So if I, for example, separate this unit here like so, I'll notice that there is a half width spacing here, half here, and less than half here. So I'm thinking that this might be the shortest configuration and therefore not the ideal one. And what I mean by shortest, I mean the distance between this piece and this piece. I think we need the widest possible distance. So let's try another one. And here we have a half again, a half, and more than a half. So this looks better. I'm not doing this in a good manner. I should start with a Hanayama piece. All right, let's try that one. All right, so we have a half, and more than a half. So this is a good configuration. So let me check the distance between all the other pieces with the different pieces starting at the top and see which has the biggest, widest setting. Okay, this one's not good. I can see right away because this is stuck here. Okay, now I'm going to try it upside down with the Hanayama facing down. It's really good. Oh, that's the same. Okay, I'm thinking, you guys, that the Hanayama piece sticking straight up and pulling this at the top and they all cascade down, this is the widest possible configuration. So let's work from here and see what we can or can't do. Okay, well, Hanayama is not going to come out. And yeah, that's not going to come out either. Oh man, I don't know, maybe I'm going about this all wrong. It's really fun to play with this. It feels good in the hands. I like puzzles that have a good texture element to them that just sort of feel like this really wants to come apart and yet it doesn't. And it slides nicely. There's no stickiness, unless of course you really screw around with it. But I like that in a puzzle. It's very tactile and an element and a nice aesthetic. Who designed this? Hold on a minute. Oh, it was designed by Knob. Great. Okay, so maybe I can't take off one piece at a time. So maybe it's a case of taking 2 and 3 together. No, it wouldn't be as simple as that, would it? Because then it would fall apart. However, perhaps if I layered them in some way, like, I don't know, like Okay, wait a minute. So we know that this is the highest position. So what can we do with this? I think, what if we try to take off 2 here? Okay, no, it's not working. Or this could be from here. No, this is blocking it. This just goes as one unit, doesn't it? But there might be some twisting necessary. This is a tough one, guys. Maybe it's sequential. I have to do something in order. 1, 2. So it doesn't look like there's any locking mechanisms that would require me to do something in order, though. I mean, they're just pieces that fit in together certain ways, and like this, for example, gets tighter at the end. That's why it doesn't fall apart, but it does here. That's quite interesting, isn't it? They're formed, the puzzles are put together not on 2 dimensions, but on 3, so they get wider. And I don't mean because of the aesthetics on the top, the dome effect. I mean the actual openings. I don't know. What do you think, guys? What would you do? Yeah, I'm pretty convinced that I have to move this in probably 2 parts, or maybe 2 and 2 and 1 or something like that. Because moving one at a time is not going to get me anywhere. And I think this is the widest. Let me just confirm that again. You know, I forgot to put the stopwatch on again. I thought this was going to be my thing, like timing how long it takes me. So right now I'm already at exactly 13 minutes since I started rolling. So let this be 13 minutes, okay? And I will write it down in the camera. And I noticed my camera's shaking. Sorry about that. Yes! Okay, so it is now exactly 14 minutes since I pressed the start button. It's not going to show up like that. Let's make this doubly hard for me. Okay. Okay, now we've got to put this back together. So this is the top piece. Good job I looked at it earlier to see how much the spacing is. I don't know if this is going to be hard, but... Okay. I can't remember it now. Oh no! Let's just see how far we get. No. Maybe. Absolutely not. Okay. Oh, right, I can't put it back together that way. I have to do it in bits and pieces, don't I? Oh, okay. That works. Okay, so I'll take it in 3 and a 2 and see if this fits back together. okay, it does. Okay, I think that might have been just luck. I don't know. Well, maybe not. Yeah, because these three pieces in the middle meet halfway, and then they're longer, more than halfway at the base end. So there you go. It works. But I'm just curious to know. Let's try this again. So how many minutes, by the way? It is nearly 16 minutes. Okay, let's take this out again. Let's see what happens if I tried a different sort of configuration out of curiosity. All right, I can't do that, I forgot. Okay, so this is separate. This goes here. Oh. Yes. No, okay, so that wouldn't have worked. Either. Oh no, okay. I think I've just made life more difficult for myself. I should have rested on my laurels with the first solve there. That is not it. That's it. Okay, I think I've got it. Yes. Okay, so it has now been, oh gosh, I'm gonna have to put all the videos together. I don't know, you guys, I think this is definitely a puzzle that's gonna take, I'm going to give this to someone else to torture. It was a difficult puzzle. Tricky. Definitely level 5 and most enjoyable. Okay, puzzle lovers, so let me play around with this a little bit more, get some confidence with it, and I will show you a fast solution to this guy. Woo!
A few moments later.
Okay, we're back. So I think I'm pretty confident on solving this puzzle. At least putting it back together, at least the logic of it anyway. So you do take the Hanayama, the one with Hanayama written on it, you pull it up and you will get this long distance here. Then I should suggest keeping this on your left hand, pushing these apart, and then taking your right hand and keeping these as constantly in a stretched out position, and then lifting this whole unit as one, twisting it a little bit, and then you get this concept here. And if you manage to keep it in this 2 and 3 configuration, it's just a case of slipping it back together again. But if you do mix up the order of this, it'll be a little tricky, but all you have to remember is that the distance between the first two, Hanayama and number 2, is more than half of the way down. So this is long, then this is about half, this is about half, and then the final one is also long. So potentially you might get these two mixed up and you might get these two mixed up, but eventually through trial and error, you can make it so that you have a long distance, medium distance, and a long distance. So yeah, these two might get mixed up and the final two might get mixed up. So a little bit of trial and error. From just looking at the pieces, you really can't figure out which is which because all the differences are probably on the etchings on the inside of the design. Yeah, great work from Knob. This is a very sexy puzzle, I think. Feels good. So I enjoyed that very much. Hope you did too. And we'll see you in the next video. Puzzle Addict, signing out.